Hello friends, Namaste. Today we are going to talk about dogma ELT and other emerging approaches. So first of all, what is a dogma? Dogma is a set of an ideology which is being set by the people, right? So dogma ELT, ELT means English language teaching. So, dogma ELT, often referred to simply as dogma, is a communicative approach to teaching English as a foreign language. So, whenever we are teaching English as a foreign language, one should use communicative approach in which minimal use of pre-prepared materials. People will use pre-prepared materials, but the use will be very minimal and focuses instead on conversational interactions, so that the students will be able to say interact with the teacher or with each other, and that's how English will be teach. So in English will be taught. So in that way, English language teaching, English will be taught with the conversational method, with the interaction. Below is an overview of dogma ELT and other emerging approaches to language teaching. So first of all, let's see its key features. First is conversation driven language. Conversations form the core of the teaching process, with the teacher adapting lessons based on the natural flow of students' interactions. So the teacher will teach, but only in English and with the natural flow, not with the pre-prepared materials. And the students also will try to interact with the teacher, with each other. So first one is conversation driven learning. Then the second one is real life communication and spontaneity take precedence over fixed syllabi. Not the fixed syllabi will be there, but spontaneity. Spontaneity means whatever say we are speaking in our mother tongue will come in a flow with flow in English, right? So as we say, of course, the fluency will not be there as we have in our mother tongue, but the teacher will try to do that, right? So that the students will be able to speak English. So, and real life communication spontaneity take precedence over fixed syllabi. So, like that. Second one is focus on emergent language. Language that arises naturally during discussion is prioritized. Means not something that we will just say we'll just ratify it and will speak in front of somebody, right? Like a speech on a 26th of January or say 15th August. But the discussion which is naturally naturally arises. So that discussion is prioritized here. Teacher helps students notice, refine and practice this emergent language and context. So only English will be spoken by the students, and teacher will help them to understand them, to refine their language and to speak flawlessly. Then materials light. Minimal reliance on textbooks or pre-planned materials. So as I told you earlier in the very second line, pre-prepared materials will be used very minimally, right? So minimal reliance on textbooks or pre-planned materials. Encourages the use of authentic materials, if any, that arise from students' interest and real world context. So only a very less use of materials will be there. But if the students want to have materials, and if it is necessary, if it is it is giving a result or good result, then the materials will be there. Then advantages. So why the Dogme ELT is why it is necessary, or what are their advantages? Highly adaptable to students' needs and interests, encourages authentic use of language, and promotes students' autonomy and motivation. Students automatically will be able to learn, right? And they'll find themselves doing better and better day by day. So this is the advantage. Then the challenges: it requires skilled or experienced teacher who are comfortable with the improvisation, right? Less suitable for exam focused environments where specific content needs to be covered. So, say it is not suitable for the exam focused environments. Say in the say when the syllabus is given by the university, will not be able to comply with the syllabus and even the ELT, right? Because say only when we are just focusing on the speaking skills, what about the other skills, and what about the syllabi then? So these are some of the challenges also. Other emerging approaches in ELT. So that we have say seen further in our lectures, but then also first is task-based language teaching, that is also called TBLT. It focuses on completing meaningful tasks, for example, planning a trip, conducting an interview. So, task based language teaching, in which the tasks are given to the students, and they'll say finish a task in the target language. Rather than mastering specific grammar points or vocabulary, only it is meaningful. Only the meaningful tasks are given, and not they'll not master a specific grammar points or vocabulary, they'll just finish the task. Students use language as a tool to accomplish real world objectives. Let's say, for example, whenever you if you visit a doctor, how will be the conversation like? So this kind of tasks will be given to the students. Emphasizes collaboration and communication in achieving task goals. So, achieving the task goals, the collaboration and communication with each other will be done. So, the emphasis on that. Emphasis is given to that. Second is content and language integrated learning, CLIL. Content and language integrated learning combines learning a subject, for example, history or a science, with learning a language. So, say we are learning a language means, say English we are learning, but at the same time we are learning history. So, we are learning history through English language. So, both the purpose will be served. A content part is also done, and the language part is also done. So, in that way, the students will be able to learn. Second is commonly used in bilingual or immersion settings. So, say bilingual, we say, or bilingual means, say for example, first language is here we have Gujarati, but the second language is English. So, in bilingual settings or immersion settings, it's commonly used. Encourages contextual and dual focused learning. As I told you, the subject plus the language plus the subject matter. So both will be learned simultaneously. The third one is the lexical approach. Centers on teaching lexical chunks, means the collections, collocations. Collocations means the everyday speech or say vernacular language, idioms and phrases. All these things are in the center of lexical chunks rather than isolated grammar rules or vocabulary. Sometimes it happens that the people know the language rules and the grammar and everything, but when the speaking comes, then the fluency is not there. Or sometimes they might not be knowing the idioms and phrases. I mean the everyday idioms and phrases they don't know. So the lexical approach centers on teaching lexical chunks. Acknowledges the importance of pattern in natural language use. So if the language is coming naturally, then why it is important, and how the importance is there of the natural language use. So they will be taught in the lexical approach. Then it involves frequent exposure to authentic text and context. So, whenever the authentic, faithful content is there, the context is there, and the texts are there, it involves all these things. Fourth is technology enhanced language learning, TELL. It integrates digital tools and platforms such as apps, for example, Duolingo, virtual classrooms, and AI-driven language tools. Nowadays, AI is say at its peak. So, AI-driven language tools we can use in the TELL, or Technology Enhanced Language Learning. Examples include gamified learning apps, for example, Duolingo, as I told you, or synchronous video-based classes. It provides personalized learning opportunities and extensive practice. Say in other approaches, you have to be in the class, but in the TELL or TEL, you just need your mobile phone or any digital tool through which you can learn your language, your target language, whether it is English or French or anything. Flipped classrooms. Students engage with content, right? For example, videos or readings outside of class and focus on interactive communicative activities during class. So during class they'll do all these interactive activities and all, but say outside the class they read a book or see a video or etc. Maximizes speaking and collaboration time in class, so that say the video is shared by the teacher, and the students will listen them. So in the class they will interact with each other regarding this video, so it will maximize the speaking and collaboration time in the class. Then the sixth one is eclectic approach, in which it combines multiple methodologies to suit specific teaching context. Usually the teacher do all these things, most of the teachers. Allows teacher to draw a strength from various approaches such as communicative activities from Dogme, tasks from TBLT, and tools from TELL. So everything is say given. So it's good because say the students are of a various kinds, right? And sometimes the some students will not know the whole technology. Sometimes they are not say some students, they are not good with the task. Sometimes they are not good with the grammar or communication. So eclectic approach combines it all together. So in this way, the students will be able to learn very say peacefully or without any hurdles. Similarities between Dogme and other approaches. Many of these approaches share a focus on communicative competence, student-centered learning, and authentic language use. Like TBLT and the lexical approach, Dogme is rooted in real-world functional language use. CLIL and Dogme both emphasizes emergent needs. Through CLIL is more content specific. So all these things are kept means one should keep in mind when we are talking about the Dogme of ELT. So concluding the point, we can say that Dogme ELT stands out for its minimalistic philosophy and focus on the here and now, and the classroom challenging the reliance on rigid structures. Other approaches like TBLT, as we have seen, CLIL and TELL complement Dogme's principle by emphasizing communication, integration, and technology. Teachers often blend these approaches, as I told you, creating dynamic and responsive learning environments tailored to their students' needs. So, okay, it was all about Dogme ELT and other emerging approaches. If you are having any kind of questions, you can always call me or message me. Thank you so much.